It is currently 9:54 a.m. on June 5th, 2025, and the Nintendo Switch 2 is here. In fact, it was delivered here at 6 in the morning, which is... I wasn't even awake yet, so that was much earlier than I expected. I pre-ordered this from Walmart.com, and they originally promised a 9 a.m. delivery time, and then they switched it to delivery by 10 p.m. So I was a little worried about that, but either way, though, it did get here really early, so I'm very happy to have this. I saw that there were already people streaming Mario Kart World on Twitch, so obviously people are already playing this thing. But either way, yeah, today is Switch 2 day, and I have mine here. Let's take a look at the box here. Of course, this is the Mario Kart World bundle, so this comes with a digital download of the game, not a physical copy, unfortunately. I'm also disappointed to see this is just a sticker on the box. I thought that it'd be a different design on the box itself, but I guess that would be too much to ask for now. But either way, this is the box. Switch 2, it actually looks pretty similar to the original Switch box. So let's go ahead and unbox this. Got a little seal down here to break. There we go. We can undo this flap. And here we go. Nintendo Switch 2 time. So in the box here we get the console and both Joy-Cons, Switch 2 AC adapter, USB-C cable, Switch 2 dock, the Joy-Con grips and the straps, and an HDMI cable. So that should all be in here. So I guess, yep, this is the screen for the Switch 2 itself. Put that aside for now. And here are the new Joy-Cons. And oh, there's something down here. Here is the Mario Kart World full game download. I'll scratch that off later and download my copy. And also in here, here's the HDMI cable. And here are the grips that go with the Joy-Cons. And health and safety information and user guidelines. So that's there if you want to read it. And here is the dog bone controller that came with the original Switch as well. So you put the Joy-Cons in there, and that becomes your controller. I just hope these Joy-Cons do not have any drift in them. I do hope that will not be a problem with this Switch. Yeah, they definitely should have corrected that by now. And here's this is a pretty hefty USB-C power adapter. That's got some weight to it. And of course, USB-C cable. And finally, here we have the Switch 2 dock. So it says Nintendo Switch 2 on there. And there's the back of it. It's like a pretty nice design. And this is the right Joy-Con. Here's the left and right Joy-Cons. And like no choice of colors this time. But, I mean, black is okay, I guess. So let's slide out the screen here. And yeah. So I guess the big deal is that this is not an OLED screen. But, okay, so I guess these are supposed to just snap on there now, right? Yeah, that's really... Yeah, that's really easy. That just snaps on there. Really nice and quick. Yeah, it might feel a little bit wider than the original Switch. In fact, let me get my original Switch. Okay, so there is the Switch 2. And here is my Switch OLED. Yeah, so the Switch 2 is a little bit wider, and the screen is definitely bigger as well. Yeah. So the Switch 2 definitely feels a little bit bigger. Not uncomfortable to hold, but it is a little bit wider. And of course, if we turn on both systems, so of course the Switch 2 has not been set up yet. And I will say that even though this is not an OLED screen, I mean, it still looks alright. I mean, LED, LCD technology has come a long way in the past, 10 plus years. So, I mean, this will work, this will do. I mean, this may not be quite as vibrant as the OLED screen, but, I mean, I think for the most part, while you're actually gaming, that won't really matter. And this OLED screen definitely looks brighter than this, which is weird because usually the LCD screens are brighter, but it might just be on like a battery saver mode or something. You might be able to adjust brightness later in the settings. Alright, so now it's going to download the launch day firmware. Let's see, time zone would be Chicago. Variety of playstyles. Oh yeah, and you got that kickstand on the back as well. So this is how you detach the Joy-Cons. There is a little button right here that you can press and hold, and that instantly disconnects them. Same thing for the other side here. There you go. Alright, so now it is downloading the firmware. It's so satisfying how you just click on like that. That is really cool. Alright, this is what I was waiting for. System transfer. I was wondering if there was a way that you can transfer data from another system, so I'll look into that here and we'll see. I do not have a memory card, so we can skip that. And now I gotta sign into my account. Okay, well, it is now ready to start the transfer. You do need to download an update for the original Switch first before it will transfer data, because there has to be a setting in the menu for you to tell it to transfer data to the Switch 2. And I also had to plug in the AC adapter as well on the Switch 2. So now I gotta navigate to the system settings on the original Switch. Go down here to System. And way down at the bottom here, it says System Transfer to Nintendo Switch 2. It says you can keep playing compatible Switch software on the Switch 2 system. Let's see what it does. Save data for the following software will be removed from this system and transferred to the Switch 2 system, so that's fine. Oh, now I gotta connect the AC adapter for this too. I guess I should have figured that. Alright, both consoles are plugged in. And we will now start receiving data. Make sure you can see that there. It's still, there we go. It is now receiving data. Let's see how long this may take. It looks like it might take a little while, maybe. Oh no, now it's up to 14%. So it ain't gonna take that long, maybe a few minutes. But anyhow, guys, yeah, so that is the Switch 2. This is the initial setup of it. So I look forward to playing Mario Kart World, and this is actually the very first console I have owned on launch day, actually. All the other systems I've had up until this point, even the original Switch, I ended up getting well after launch day. But this one I just had delivered to my house, and I did get it on launch day. So the Switch 2, very first console that I have had on launch day. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I hope Mario Kart World's a great game. I'm pretty sure it will be. And I'm probably also going to get Donkey Kong as well, and I'm hoping there's other software released later this year. And of course, I still have my original Switch software, including Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Cruisin' Blast, Super Mario RPG, Mario Party Superstars, Luigi's Mansion 3, of course, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And all these games should be playable on the Switch 2, and they may get patches for better performance and extra features too, possibly. And so now the system transfer is complete. And now all that is done. And it looks like everything is still on the original Switch console. It looks like it was just copied over. So now the setup is complete, and now we can go to the Switch 2 home menu. There you go, there you have it. That's the Switch 2. And it looks like it's already downloading some updates there. Yeah, look at that. All my games are showing up there. Alright guys, well I guess that'll do it for now for this video. But I know you have a choice when it comes to Switch 2 unboxings, so thank you for choosing Brett Darian for your Switch 2 unboxing fix. But with that, I'm going to go off and play this some more. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.